Matt, it's time to start the video.
The movie 1917 was absolutely inspirational. Director Sam Mendes took you into a World War I battlefield and really brought you in using single long shot sequences where your heroes were going all the way through a World War I battlefield. Today, I'm going to recreate 1917 as my Costa Rica real estate tour here in Tierra Pacifica, Guanacaste. We're gonna visit all 3 homes that I have listed for sale, as well as a single undeveloped property here in Tierra Pacifica, all in one fluid, steady shot so that you can also be brought into this immersive world that is Tierra Pacifica. We start our tour here at lot number 49, currently the lowest priced piece of property for sale in Tierra Pacifica. This is a gated ecological community here in Playa Junquial with a total of 75 lots. Lot number 49 currently is listed only for $135,000. And just like all of the lots here in Tierra Pacifica, it measures over an acre, allowing you a lot of space to build a very private property here in the forest. Now, as we tour through Tierra Pacifica again, we're gonna show you 3 homes in this continuous tour of the community. We've intricately planned every detail of this tour so that you, the viewer, can join us for a real-world experience. And of course, you couldn't have expected me to walk this entire tour. Tierra Pacifica measures over 200 acres. Of those, 80 acres have been preserved as green zone, meaning you have a really low development density. There are about 50 homes built so far here in Tierra Pacifica, and overall, it's got a wonderful feeling of being in a park because of those green spaces that they separated out. As we drive around here, you'll see that in Tierra Pacifica, they invested a ton in the road infrastructure and also in the drainage so that during the rainy season here, the roads in Tierra Pacifica stay in great shape. During today's tour, after we take a look at those 3 homes, you'll get to see Tierra Pacifica's beautiful common amenities at Club Arbol, where they have a gorgeous multi-tiered pool, jacuzzi, tennis court, all kinds of barbecue areas and wonderful spaces for your family to enjoy the best of Costa Rica. As we drive through here, on our left, we actually have a beach access trail that gets you down to the Pacific Ocean in just half a mile. Now, the people in Tierra Pacifica are by and large vacationers, snowbirds. They come down for 6 weeks a year, some of them for longer, some of them for less, but there's always very few people here, and because of the beautifully large size of the community, you've got plenty of room and you never feel like there are too many people around. All of the lots here in the community measure over 1.5 acres. Some are as large as 3 acres. And as we come around to lot number 12 here, we're at our first home for sale, which is known as Casa Caleta. Casa Caleta is a massive 4,500 square foot home with 5 bedrooms. Now, you've seen this on my channel before. It has 7 different terraces throughout the house. That's 4 on the first story and 3 on the second story, creating a ton of beautiful outdoor areas for people to enjoy. Casa Caleta was built with an amazing floor plan that puts 3 bedrooms on the first story and really the primary living space upstairs on the second level. Come on in. As we step into the first level here, you have one of your porches as well as several other patios off the bedrooms down here. You have a garage, which is a huge asset in Costa Rica. And you really have tons of space created by this second story living area that itself has a 2-story ceiling. Casa Caleta has a beautiful feel to it that allows you to be up here in the canopy. Sitting out in these patios, you'd really be able to enjoy the Costa Rican forest. Man, it is a warm and muggy day. And just as in 1917, we've planned every intricate detail of this tour so that we won't get beyond ourselves here. Anyhow, cheers. Oh. As we come back down to the first level, I wanted to mention that Tierra Pacifica has 24/7 security. Really, you can turn and lock up these homes and leave them for months at a time without any problem. Casa Caleta is occasionally rented, but it can be left alone for months at a time without any issues. It is also one of the only homes available in Costa Rica currently with a Frida Kahlo tribute here on the first level. As we step out into the garden here, we'll head right on to our next home, which is Casa Merianti. Casa Caleta is on a lot that's nearly 2 acres, leaving you a ton of garden space. Whew. It is definitely a warm, muggy day here in Guanacaste as we explore Tierra Pacifica. One of the great things about the community's large open lots is that you really are able to have good privacy and garden spaces. In fact, Casa Merianti, the next home we're going to see, is the closest home to Casa Caleta. Tierra Pacifica has always had a policy of leaving forest cover where possible, and you can really see that the community's forested, ecological feeling gives it an absolutely nice aesthetic here. Here we are at Casa Merianti, the nearest neighbor to Casa Caleta. This is a smaller home, just 2 bedrooms, and whereas Casa Caleta was a 5-bedroom, 4,500 square foot house, Merianti is a 2-bedroom here with an absolutely gorgeous porch behind us. Just a moment. Time for a refill. One of my favorite features of this house is that they have a really nice utility room here, laundry as you come into the house, and then a covered carport here, which is an absolute necessity in the rainy season in Guanacaste. You can pull up, park here, and enter into Merianti without dealing with any kind of rain. Tierra Pacifica is located exactly a mile from the beach. You could take that beach access trail down to the water. You actually pass one of Playa Junquill's restaurants on the way down to the beach that way. You can also go out the front gate of the community. Most people end up driving down to the beach. You've got Playa Blanca, a white sand beach that's within a 2-minute drive. You also have Junquillo itself, with the surf breaks, wonderful swimming conditions, and all kinds of amazing places to walk just down the road as well. As we come through Tierra Pacifica, you'll see just how much investment was made in retaining walls and creating good infrastructure. Rather than just cutting roads here through the wilderness, the developers put in a lot of energy to making sure that the landscape is preserved even when the rainy season comes and you normally get a lot of erosion. Importantly, they buried the electrical lines and utility lines here in Tierra Pacifica. So as we walk around, you can see that they didn't have to clear that gap in the canopy that would normally be necessary to create a corridor for those power lines. If you look at Tierra Pacifica on Google Earth, you can see just how forested it is in comparison to the cattle ranch from which it was bought. Really, it looks like a green oasis because of all the reforestation that they've successfully implemented here. We're coming up slowly but surely to our third house on the tour. This is going to be a new listing here on lot number 14. We're getting closer and closer to Club Arbol and that magnificent pool that's gonna feel really nice now that I've gotten about as sweaty as possible. And I wanna take a quick stop by our newest listing here. It has not hit the market yet. This home was finished just this year. It's got a beautiful open floor plan, a lot of space and high ceilings. And this lot, which is number 14, is actually one of the biggest in Tierra Pacifica. You have over 2 acres of property that belong to lot number 14, making it one of really the largest properties available. And as we come around the house here, you'll be able to see that they've created a single open space here for the living room, kitchen, and dining space. And then you have bedrooms on either side of the home. They do have a loft, allowing this to sort of be a 3-bedroom, I believe, but we'll be putting this on the market here soon with a price to be determined. Tierra Pacifica has 24/7 security. There's a guard out at the front gate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year. And at nighttime, they also have guards circulating internally on the roads here on motorcycles. My wife and I actually rented a home just back there for about 6 months. And we were really amazed at just the level of security. There were nights when I would get up and quickly see a guard somewhere near the house, you know, circulating on the roads, checking on what was going on. Whew! Warm enough yet? We're gonna make it. I think we've walked through about 1/3 of Tierra Pacifica's internal roads. In addition to the 50 homes already built, you do have a few active construction sites, including one home just behind us here. You would see the community being built out with a few new constructions going up every year. And slowly but surely we are getting to Club Arbol, the community amenities. As I mentioned before, Club Arbol has a multi-tiered pool, jacuzzi, tennis and pickleball court. They also have a full kitchen and barbecue areas, making it a really perfect place to host parties. Some of the original homes in Tierra Pacifica were very large. You do have 4,000 and 5,000 square foot homes that were built 15 to 20 years ago. The community was originally started in 2002, and obviously they had great success establishing themselves in Guanacaste, where a lot of communities failed in the 2008 and 9 crisis. Tierra Pacifica also has nature trails throughout the community. There are several kilometers in total. Those go through the green zones, and really they connect the community together in a way that allows you to not use the roads if you choose to do so. So it was really built for people who love to hike, to get outdoors, to do those sorts of fun things, and stay active as they approach retirement. And we are finally here, getting to Club Arbol. It's been lovely showing you around Tierra Pacifica on this full walking tour here. Our continuous single shot a la 1917. And before I get too much sweatier, I'm gonna go ahead and take a plunge in Club Arbol's beautiful multi-tiered pool. It's been an absolute pleasure showing you around, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Do be sure to send me an email to matt@CostaRicaMatt.com to learn about the homes we've just seen. Thanks very much.